Who is the strongest? Order of the Phoenix Strength Ranking. The Order of the Phoenix is a secret society formed by Dumbledore to oppose Voldemort. Although the members are quite eccentric, they are all powerful individuals, capable of rivaling Death Eaters, and they participate in many battles throughout the series. Today, I will introduce a ranking of the strength of the Order of the Phoenix members. Rank 10 tie, Fred Weasley. Fred joined the Order halfway through, after dropping out of Hogwarts, becoming a valuable asset and livening up the group, which had been aging with a main force of middle-aged members. In the Battle of the Seven Potters, to escort Harry to the safe house, he returned unscathed with his father Arthur, despite being surrounded by numerous Death Eaters. However, in the final Battle of Hogwarts, while aggressively trying to hunt down a major Death Eater, he was caught off guard and died in an explosion caused by the enemy. Also, Fred had been developing prank products with his brother George since their school days, creating multiple items effective in battle, such as shield hats that reflect simple curses and decoy detonators that deceive enemies. Rank 10 tie, George Weasley. Like Fred, George joined the Order halfway through, but in the Battle of the Seven Potters, he was seriously injured when Snape's Sectum Sempra spell hit him, causing him to lose an ear. In the final Battle of Hogwarts, he was appointed leader of a key group defending the castle entrance alongside Fred. Overcoming Fred's death, he achieved a victory by defeating the notorious Death Eater Corbin Yaxley together with his best friend, Lee Jordan. Fred and George were unmatched in talent during their school days, but as members of the Order, they didn't seem to produce significant results in full-scale battles against dark wizards. However, their contribution was significant as mood makers who lifted spirits during the desperate atmosphere of the Endgame, and by supporting Harry's team with their numerous inventions. Rank 9, Nymphadora Tonks. Tonks is a rookie among the elite Aurors and a talented young witch who is a metamorphmagus, possessing the special ability to change her appearance at will. In the Battle of the Department of Mysteries, she joined the fight as a member to save Harry and his friends. Upon arrival, she showed quick judgment by immediately firing a stunning spell at Lucius Malfoy. After that, she fought one-on-one against her aunt and the strongest witch, Bellatrix, but was overwhelmed and defeated by the Order killer Bellatrix. Later, in the Battle of the Seven Potters, she paired up with Ron and showed enough skill to completely evade Bellatrix, who was relentlessly targeting her. She wasn't supposed to participate in the final Battle of Hogwarts because she had just given birth, but she went to Hogwarts out of concern for her husband Lupin, and ran around the battlefield looking for him. In the midst of the battle, she encountered Bellatrix, who was full of murderous intent toward her relatives and lost her life. Although Tonks is portrayed as a clumsy character, she is considered quite capable. It is tragic that she was targeted and hunted by Bellatrix, one of the strongest in the series who also killed Sirius. Rank 8, Arthur Weasley. Arthur is the patriarch of the super talented Weasley family, and usually works for the Ministry of Magic. During a mission to guard the prophecy regarding Harry and Voldemort, he made a huge mistake by falling asleep and getting bitten by the poisonous snake Nagini. But he possesses the tenacity to survive and recover. In the Battle of Hogwarts, he was appointed as a group leader alongside Lupin and Kingsley, commanding the wizards gathered at Hogwarts. Also, in the final stages of the battle, he defeated Pius Thickness together with his son Percy. Although Arthur made a pretty gnarly mistake by sleeping on duty, his leadership judgment and the deep trust he has from other Order members suggest he is a capable wizard. Rank 7, Remus Lupin? Lupin has been a member since the original Order of the Phoenix was formed, and is an excellent wizard who also served as a Hogwarts teacher. He participated in the Battle of the Department of Mysteries and, the Battle of the Astronomy Tower against Death Eaters plotting to assassinate Dumbledore, demonstrating overwhelming strength and stability. By fighting numerous enemies without sustaining major injuries, he has extensive combat experience, and in the Department of Mysteries, even when his best friend Sirius was killed right in front of him, he showed the composure to restrain a rampaging Harry. Also, when he got into a fight with Harry who was leaving to hunt Horcruxes, he floored Harry in an instant before Harry even realized he needed to draw his wand. In the final battle of Hogwarts, he led a group and fought in the courtyard at the start of the battle. Later, before the temporary ceasefire, he was defeated and killed in a duel with Antonin Dolohov. By the way, this Dolohov was later defeated one-on-one by the Hogwarts charms teacher, Professor Flitwick, which shows just how overwhelmingly strong Professor Flitwick is. Rank 6. Sirius Black. Sirius is Harry's godfather and a prodigy who, along with his best friend James, dominated the top 2 spots in their school year during the First Wizarding War before Voldemort was defeated by Baby Harry. He survived as a key member of the Order despite the overwhelmingly disadvantageous situation, where Death Eaters outnumbered them 20-1. Like Lupin, the generation that was active in the original Order before Harry was born seems to be consistently strong due to their war experience. Later, despite being falsely accused and imprisoned in Azkaban and tormented by Dementors, his mind did not break. He escaped for the sake of his beloved Harry and infiltrated the heavily guarded Hogwarts. Incidentally, he showed a sense for battle and survival that seemed more like a villain's, such as biting deeply into Ron's leg in the Battle of the Department of Mysteries. He ignored Dumbledore's orders to stay back and join the fight to protect Harry, whom he loved like a son. Although he had been locked in Azkaban for 13 years and should have had a significant blank in combat experience, he fought on equal terms with Dolohov and Bellatrix, who are among the strongest Death Eaters. However, in the end, a spell fired by Bellatrix caught him off guard and hit him. He fell through the veil leading to the world of the dead and died. Rank 5. Elasta Moody. Moody is a veteran, or known by the nickname Mad Eye, who uses a special magical artifact called the Magical Eye, and it is said that he filled half of Azkaban's cells. In the series, he is already retired as an Auror. He survives brutal attacks by Death Eaters and even a full year of imprisonment. And yet, he never stops fighting. When Dumbledore is gone, he becomes the leader of the Order. He joined the Battle of the Department of Mysteries midway with other members, but was defeated by Dolohov, a top-class Death Eater, and collapsed with blood streaming from his head. In the Battle of the Seven Potters, he participated knowing there was a very high chance he would be targeted by Voldemort because he was the leader. Subsequently, he was hit in the face by a killing curse from Voldemort, a monster who can fly without a broom, and died. In the original story, Moody is trusted by the Order for his overwhelming power in his prime and stands as one of its leaders. But because he is past his prime, he rarely delivers decisive victories in battle, which places him at this rank. Rank 4. Minerva McGonagall? McGonagall is a witch who was taught at Hogwarts for many years. Hailed as a genius since her student days, she is deeply trusted by Dumbledore and also serves as deputy headmistress. She was once knocked down by a surprise attack from 4 Aurors led by Dolores Umbridge, but the school matron Madame Pomfrey stated that she would never have lost in a one-on-one fight. When Harry visited Hogwarts to hunt for Horcruxes, she confronted Snape, who had taken the position of headmaster. She unleashed spells at a speed that Harry, who had grown reasonably strong, couldn't follow with his eyes, demonstrating a magical exchange on a clearly different level. In the Battle of Hogwarts, missions, she participated as a commander and cast Pyrtautum locomotor, activating Hogwarts statues and suits of armor to strengthen defenses, a technique that ranks high on the list of coolest spells in the series. In the endgame, she fought directly against Voldemort alongside Kingsley and Slughorn, holding her own for a time, given that most characters die instantly when standing before Voldemort. Professor McGonagall's ability is considered to be substantial. Rank 3. Severus Snape. Snape belongs to both the Order of the Phoenix and the Death Eaters as a double agent, a skilled wizard caught between Dumbledore and Voldemort, essentially the magical world's equivalent of the US president and Russian President Putin. He excelled in the dark arts from a young age and possessed tremendous talent, enough to invent new spells like Sectum Sempra, which wounds opponents, and Levicorpus, which dangles enemies in the air. In his duel with Professor McGonagall, he deflected attacks fired at speeds Harry couldn't react to and moved suits of armor to block blows, showing precise defense to avoid hurting McGonagall, who was actually his ally. He once fought an enraged Harry, but he deflected all of Harry's spells and roughed him up without killing him. Rank 2. Kingsley Shacklebolt. Kingsley is a high-ranking Auror, a wizard whose ability is recognized by both enemies and the Order in the Battle of the Department of Mysteries. While Sirius, Moody, and Tonks were taken down by Death Eaters, he held his own against the enemy until the end, though he was eventually defeated by the abnormally strong Bellatrix. After the deaths of Dumbledore and Moody, he became the de facto leader of the Order, commanding other members in the Battle of Hogwarts and surviving while others like Lupin and Tonks died. Like McGonagall, he later faced Voldemort directly and is one of the few who managed to escape death. After the war ended, he showed such overwhelming capability that he became the Minister for Magic. Rank 1. Albus Dumbledore. Dumbledore is the headmaster of Hogwarts and the very person who formed the Order of the Phoenix. In his prime, he showed his monstrous strength by winning a one-on-one duel against Grindelwald, who possessed the Elder Wand. Because of his monster-like strength, even Voldemort tries to avoid direct confrontation with him. Because he was too strong, the system was such that he was usually absent or arrived late during important battles. However, when the student group Dumbledore's Army formed by Harry was exposed to Umbridge, he confronted Umbridge and Minister of Magic Fudge to protect Harry. Despite it being a 4-on-1 situation, he won completely unscathed and left Hogwarts gracefully, in the Battle of the Department of Mysteries, arriving late as expected. He showed a difference in power on a whole other dimension. By instantly capturing all the Death Eaters present except for Bellatrix, he then easily captured the fleeing Bellatrix, and in his duel with Voldemort, he fought more than evenly while protecting Harry, beating Voldemort to within an inch of his life.